What is your destiny? This is a question many ask, searching for meaning, understanding, and direction in life. Destiny, in the teachings of Zen and Buddhism, is not something fixed or imposed by the external world. It is something that evolves within, shaped by our thoughts, actions, and the path we walk. One day, a disciple asked Gautama Buddha, "How can one know their destiny?" Buddha, smiling gently, responded, "Destiny is not revealed by the stars but by the inner world. As the river flows naturally toward the ocean, so does one's true nature lead them to their fate." With this wisdom in mind, let us explore the story of destiny through the lens of the last digit of one's birth year. A symbol of the different paths we may walk in life. Each number, from 0 to 9, holds profound meaning in this context, representing distinct spiritual lessons and characteristics that shape our journey. There was a time when people lived in deep connection with the natural rhythms of life, understanding that everything held significance. In a small circle of learners, a wise teacher once revealed a unique teaching: the last digit of your birth year reveals your destiny. "How is that possible?" asked one of the learners, curious yet skeptical. The teacher, serene in his knowledge, began to explain, "Each number reflects a spiritual truth. These truths are not to be seen as rigid definitions, but as guiding lights, showing the potential within each of us. By understanding the number that ends your birth year, you can reflect on the lessons you must learn and the destiny you must unfold." Birth year ending in 0, the path of wholeness. If your birth year ends in 0, the teacher began, your destiny is to seek wholeness. Those born under the influence of 0 often find themselves drawn to balance and unity. The number 0 represents a circle, a symbol of completeness, indicating that your journey in this life is to understand the interconnection of all things. At times, you may feel empty or insignificant, as 0 often represents nothingness. But in the teachings of Zen, emptiness is not a void to be feared, it is the space in which everything exists. As the Buddha once said, "Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form." Those on this path learn to find contentment in the quiet spaces of life. Where stillness reveals the truth, the challenge for those born in a year ending in 0 is to overcome the fear of being incomplete. By realizing that they are part of the greater whole, they begin to understand their purpose is not to seek perfection in external things, but to cultivate peace within themselves. Birth year ending in 1, the path of leadership. Those born in years ending in 1, the teacher continued, carry the energy of new beginnings and leadership. The number 1 is the first, the initiator, the one who steps forward into the unknown. People with this destiny are often seen as pioneers, called to lead not only themselves but others toward new horizons. However, leadership in the Zen and Buddhist context is not about power or control. It is about embodying wisdom and compassion. The Buddha taught, "Be your own lamp, your own refuge." Those born in years ending in 1 must learn to be their own guiding light, finding strength in their inner wisdom rather than seeking validation from others. Their challenge lies in balancing humility with their natural leadership. Often, they may feel the burden of responsibility, but true leaders in the spiritual sense understand that leadership is not about carrying others' burdens but showing them how to carry their own. Through patience and self-awareness, they learn that leading others begins with leading oneself. Birth year ending in 2, the path of harmony. 2 is the number of duality, said the teacher, and those born in years ending in 2 are destined to seek harmony in relationships and within themselves. In this life, those born under 2 often find themselves in situations that require balance. They are natural peacemakers, drawn to resolving conflicts and bringing harmony to their environment. However, their greatest challenge is often learning to reconcile the opposing forces within their own minds. Buddha's teaching that the mind is everything, what you think, you become, is particularly important for these individuals. Their destiny is to bring balance to their thoughts and emotions. Realizing that inner peace is the foundation for outer harmony, at times, they may struggle with feelings of indecision or being pulled in different directions. But once they understand that peace comes from accepting both sides of any situation, they can fulfill their destiny of creating harmony not only in their own lives but in the lives of those around them. Birth year ending in 3, the path of creativity. For those born in years ending in 3, the teacher smiled, creativity flows naturally through them. They are destined to express the divine through art, thought, and innovation. The number 3 represents creativity, growth, and expression. People born under this number are often filled with ideas and a deep desire to create something new in the world. However, their challenge lies in channeling their creative energy in a way that is both fulfilling and grounded. The Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." Those on this path must learn to cultivate discipline in their thinking, understanding that their creativity can be a powerful tool for enlightenment or distraction. They are often dreamers, and their destiny is to bring their visions into reality. But the true test of their path is not in the creation itself but in the ability to remain humble and unattached to their creations. By seeing their work as an expression of the universe's energy, rather than their personal achievement, they find true fulfillment. Birth year ending in 4, the path of stability. Those born in years ending in 4, the teacher said, are destined to build strong foundations. The number 4 represents stability, structure, and order. People with this destiny often find themselves drawn to creating security in their lives, whether through their work, relationships, or personal growth. However, they may also struggle with rigidity, clinging too tightly to structure and resisting change. The Buddha taught, nothing is permanent. Everything is subject to change. For those on the path of stability, their greatest lesson is learning to build without attachment. They are destined to create lasting things, but their spiritual growth comes from realizing that even the strongest structures will one day change or fade. Their challenge is to find stability not in external circumstances, but within their own being. When they understand that true stability comes from within, they are able to navigate life's changes with grace and wisdom. Birth year ending in 5, the path of freedom. 5 is the number of freedom, the teacher explained, and those born in years ending in 5 are destined to seek liberation. People with this destiny are often drawn to exploration and adventure. They have a deep desire for freedom, whether that be physical, emotional, or spiritual. However, their journey is not always easy, as they may struggle with restlessness and a fear of being trapped. The Buddha's teaching, you yourself must strive. The Buddha's only point the way, resonates deeply with those on this path. Their destiny is to discover that true freedom is not found in escaping the world but in freeing themselves from the chains of attachment. Desire and fear. The challenge for these individuals is to balance their desire for freedom with the understanding that true liberation comes from within. Once they learn to let go of the things that bind them, they are able to experience life fully and joyfully, free from the constraints of ego and attachment. Birth year ending in 6, the path of compassion. 6 is the number of compassion, the teacher said, and those born in years ending in 6 are destined to serve others with love and kindness. People on this path often feel a deep connection to others, and their destiny involves helping those in need. They are naturally empathetic and caring, always looking for ways to ease the suffering of those around them. However, their challenge lies in learning to care for themselves as well. The Buddha taught, you, yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Those born under the number 6 must learn the balance between giving and receiving. They are destined to bring compassion into the world, but they must first cultivate self-compassion. Their journey is one of deep emotional growth, learning that true compassion comes not from sacrifice, but from a heart that is full and overflowing with love. When they learn to care for themselves as they care for others, they fulfill their destiny of being a light in the world. Birth year ending in 7, the path of wisdom. 7 is the number of wisdom, said the teacher, and those born in years ending in 7 are destined to seek knowledge and enlightenment. People with this destiny often find themselves drawn to spiritual studies and deep contemplation. They are natural seekers of truth, always questioning and exploring the mysteries of life. However, their challenge lies in balancing their quest for knowledge with the understanding that true wisdom comes from experience, not just study. The Buddha's teaching, wisdom is the light that dispels the darkness of ignorance, guides those on this path. Their destiny is to not only acquire knowledge but to apply it in a way that brings light to themselves and others. At times, they may struggle with doubt or the feeling that they can never know enough. But once they realize that wisdom is not about knowing everything, but about living in harmony with what they know, they are able to fulfill their destiny of becoming wise guides for others. Birth year ending in 8, the path of power. 8 is the number of power, the teacher said, and those born in years ending in 8 are destined to learn the true meaning of strength and influence. People with this destiny often find themselves in positions of authority, whether in their careers, communities, or personal relationships. However, their challenge is to learn that true power comes not from control or dominance, but from self-mastery and understanding. The Buddha taught, mastering others is strength, but mastering yourself is true power. Those born under the influence of 8 are destined to realize that the greatest power they possess is their ability to master their own thoughts, emotions, and actions. They must learn to lead with integrity and compassion, using their strength to uplift and empower others, rather than seeking personal gain. Their journey is one of transformation, where they evolve from seeking external power to understanding that true strength comes from within. Once they master this lesson, they can fulfill their destiny of becoming powerful yet compassionate leaders who make a lasting, positive impact on the world. Birth year ending in 9, the path of compassionate endings. 9s, the teacher concluded, are destined to guide others through the cycles of endings and beginnings. People born in years ending in 9 are often tasked with helping others through transitions, whether those are literal endings like death or symbolic ones, such as the end of a phase in life. Their destiny is to embody the truth that all things are impermanent. As Buddha once said, everything that has a beginning has an ending. Make your peace with that and all will be well. Their challenge is to accept the impermanence of life without becoming lost in sorrow. Instead, they must cultivate compassion and wisdom, guiding others through their transformations with grace and understanding. Their journey teaches them, and those they touch, that every ending holds the seed of a new beginning. Destiny, as the wise teacher shared, is not written in the stars but found within ourselves. The last digit of your birth year symbolizes a unique path of growth and self-discovery, offering guidance on the lessons you are meant to learn. However, it is important to remember that these numbers are simply reflections of deeper truths. Your destiny is shaped not by external forces, but by your own choices, actions, and inner wisdom. As Buddha once said, no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. Thanks for watching. Hope enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Just click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to see next. See you in the next video.